So he laid me in this thing, a big cabbage, patch leaves and all that. So he laid me down, and I was sitting down like this, and they were there, and she asked him, what shall he pluck at, which means, is he going to cry? And he says, no, he's not going to cry. I'm hearing this. And I'm hearing this, and I say to myself, I know what they're talking about, but they don't know that I know it. So any kid at any age, if you have their attention, they know exactly what you're talking about. And you know what? The strangest thing, my inner dialogue was English. I know that they know, but they don't know that I know that they know that I know.
I haven't written a poem for like 6-8 months and nothing came to me. But this morning, this one came to me. I'll read it last. I wrote this on April Fool's Day, April 2013. Okay, it's called Coming to Terms. Are we listening?
We're listening.
For a while anyway, till they lose interest. Anyway, coming to terms. Earthly life is to transcend and then get enlightened. Everything else is incidental, fatal, a hoax, a rationale. This will be proven on our last breath when we come face to face with death. Everything seems so important, so vibrant for the mind to enchant, but it dwindles away our time and soon we lose our prime. And as life starts to fade, the body shifts to retrograde. Then the mind wonders why life passed by. Then the mind wonders why life passed so swiftly by. Experiences came and left, now mind is lost and bereft. And we are all alone, ourselves to bemoan, waiting for the gravestone. If we had only wondered why and explored what did mystify the reason we have lived, then truth we could have gleaned. But our attention was dispersed, an unstable mind was cursed. We were hooked on various pastimes, and they became our paradigms. And we joined the clone vibration that gave us the stimulation and the sensation of being with a crowd that shouted so loud, and we believed what was said, and that sunk into our head. And now we lay here in a dismal state, forlorn, still wondering why we were born. Was it all wasted time and nature's greatest crime?
Wow.
Pretty good.
That's incredible.
Yeah?
Really, really good.
Awesome.
That was really, really good.
Yeah, thank you. So, anyway,
So is this the one that you created?
Well, this is
morning?
this is still in progress. You only started it today, right?
no, this
That was April. No, this one now.
This one is January, February, March. This is April also.
Okay. April was a poetic month, huh?
It's April Fool's Day. On the 1st I wrote this one, then on the 6th I wrote this
But did
one.
you do that all in one day? Or did you revisit it like 10 times?
It probably revisited, yeah. It took a while, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like the retrograde and the
Yeah.
gravestone.
Yeah, no, it took a
lot
while.
of the symbology.
Some poems come right out and you have to touch them a little bit, and some of them you got to work on.
Right.
So this one, it came out pretty fast. It didn't have to work out too much.
Came out fast.
Yeah. Anyway, it's called "Oh, If I Could Only." Oh, if I could only stretch the moment and inject myself into it, and there reside content, mind calm and serene, dwelling in heaven's dream. Thus find myself secluded within the brightness of final comprehension. And that I may now experience without distortion or interruption of random and wayward thoughts that come to destroy even-mindedness and the absorption of truth. Oh, if I could only.
Great.
That's all right. Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. same old rut as I let my soul become a wayward slut. How does one catch on to the fact that one is in such a strange act, not knowing when to appear or disappear from the disillusionary stage of Shakespeare? To be or not to be one's own, that which came from an eternal throne, but somehow wandered distantless away, and many lifetimes did it stray, from the understanding to one's own self be true, but somehow in its illusionariness did not pursue. Then by some happenstance a new question arose. What is life's purpose to disclose, but to stop the thinking, wandering, aimless mind, and to finally realize that one's very self is God's own kind.
It's really good.
Okay, good. That's good enough. Thoughts, when we meditate, all these thoughts coming in. I don't know about you guys, but I'm bombarded with them. Oh, thought, come to me so that I can conquer thee and reach a new height to continue on without strife. There will be dominion over your onslaught as you relinquish all afterthought, because you cannot fight anymore, thus ending this inner jihad war. Then giving in to unclouded, contented mind, where it itself is constantly refined, where no anxiety or other evils dwell, and you cannot ever stir up your old hell. Peace now reigns with awareness clear, living now in this evermore here, not wishing to wander away. Man. When you get old, everything bugs you. There you go. Hey, that's what you're talking. Don't think about it. You spill it all over the place.
Water.
Peace now reigns with awareness clear, living now in this evermore here, not wishing to wander away from essence's mainstay, but keep in silent mode and savor that sacred code, for nowhere else is it to be found except on unsoiled holy ground, a timeless place where thoughts are stilled and real time now overspilled. And Shanti dwells, unveiled in naked essence, that permeates my very presence, and leaves me in awe, senseless, not wondering, God, man, this is what old people go through. I can't believe it. I can't believe it happening to me. Everybody else dies, but we don't, Everybody else gets run over, but we don't. Okay. And leaves me in awe, senseless, not wondering why or how of universe sprung, just gratefully realizing rung by rung the eternal truth of reality by transcending Earth's fantasy. You're familiar with the Advaita, the Ramana Maharshi, who am I thing? So what this guy, he goes by Ramana teachings also, but so he says, well, when you get a thought, this guy don't meditate at all. He just strictly advises. He said, when you get a thought, just notice it. You had a thought, and notice that you noticed it, and give yourself like an attaboy. Hey, I did it. I got it. So every time a thought comes through, he does that over and over again until the space widens of no thought. So that's what he does. So I do that too. So all the Advaitist people say that they always put meditation down. They all, these Advaita, all these guys that lecture around because they say you can get it like that because we're already realized, and so you don't need meditation. It's a lower thing, But then I read in one of and it's called the Lamp of Non-Dual the Lamp of Non-Dual Knowledge, a real thin book, and it says that their advice, and they say it's the only way, and then he comes down. But there's other way. There's another way also, and it's by meditation.
Being and trying to be on the path is the only happiness. Okay, let's go. Okay, in the final analysis, at the end of our life, nothing really matters what we did, said, or accomplished if we did not further ourselves or others toward God. All else was wasted if it did not contribute in some way to our salvation. Just during what she said, that I remembered at one of the visits, or a few of the visits. When you're happy, Madhurga is saying this, when you're happy, God is happy. When you enjoy, God is enjoying through you. He doesn't like it when you're grumpy. In other words, she told me when I got at this desert house, she said, enjoy your desert place, and God gave it to you. And she says, Om Swaha to your bad thoughts and distress. You say Om Swaha. And then she said, Christ came here to be crucified. And she said, do that which gives you peace and joy, no matter what it is. Chanting, work, etc., etc. And then she says, why do you permit negativity, bad thoughts, etc. to come in? Do not react. It is, don't lose your peace for anyone or anything or any situation. Or otherwise, it's your problem. God is peace and calmness. Don't let anyone rob you of it. And that was her stuff. I had more, or then I'll read this, later on I'll read this about, you guys can have copies of that, or what Sebastian, he got a good spiel on it. Being caused is being located or situated in the center of one's being. It is a natural state of the soul. The negative effect of the soul covers up the simple, natural cause state of the soul. And in other words, you are the problem and the solution. During a retreat, time can be suspended. One can be healed by the environment and by the elements themselves, the wind, trees, sky, etc. And one recovers a sense of silence, peace, and calm. When you stop projecting, you are free. Projecting is not living and experiencing in the now. You are then living in some future time and place. Okay, here's what Chinamayanda, you heard of Chinamayanda said. I had his darshan one time. You heard of him before? So anyway, Chinamayanda. He wasn't as Chinamayanda of Divine Life Society. He was another one. Happiness, says Vedanta, does not lie outside you, but within you. It is your very nature. Ignorance of that essentiality, happiness. Ignorance of that essential happy nature is the cause of all distraction and unease. Through rational analysis, Vedanta lifts the veil of ignorance to reveal the very source of all thoughts, which is yourself. Madhurga here says, Madhurga says this, there's nothing out there that can do it for you. What else we got here? Tapas or any sadhana is designed to unfold superconsciousness, to unfold the superconsciousness mind of the soul. Oh, if you're not unattached, you're addicted. No matter what it is, attachment is addiction. You know, cut the camera off a minute. Look,
We're on.
Is the lighting perfectly okay?
I don't have perfect lighting.
Well, how can we do it?
But we have you're a movie star?
Yeah, okay.
And you can
We
ad
got-
lib.
We got the camera on now.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you've got a beautiful background with the
Oh,
trees.
we'll have to do the best we can.
And you're
Yeah.
shiny. You have your own light.
Okay,
Yeah.
accept the present moment completely. Accept and be who you are in each and every moment. And be free about it. That's why I don't like that. Hang around with people, you gotta walk on eggshells, what you gotta say, you squeeze it out. Get as many meditative moments as you can from each asana, that you do, no matter what it is. Because they're just moments, there's so many times you hold them so long. I'm always taking life seriously. Sebastian always told me, you take life so seriously. Oh, no, I don't take it seriously. But I always did. So what I got here, physical life is just a dream, a game. Don't take it so seriously. So don't get so caught up in the game. Be objective, be neutral. The only refuge is our own beingness, because that's where God is. All we have is our own beingness. All the other things of life is to help us and others gain more of our own beingness. Anything that you do compulsively is an attachment. Attachment is being effect of. So whatever we do compulsively, we're attached to it. To that degree, whatever it is. Okay. Make God and Guru the center of your life. You know, like sometimes we kind of resist going to a place or doing a certain thing because we feel like we're not good enough or whatever, you know. And said, take a chance on yourself. Take a risk. You have choices. You make things happen cause you make it happen. So you do it anyway. Well, this is when I was trying to lose weight and all that. So don't give in to hunger. If you're hungry, you're losing weight.
When were you trying to lose weight?
Huh?
When were you trying to lose weight?
I don't know. I used to weigh 180 all the time, and I want to get. So I lost 20 pounds to 162 or so, 162 or something.
Wouldn't that be too skinny for you? You're tall.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to do it. I did, and Sebastian said, "What did you do to your body?" You know, he's pissed off. But I don't know. Well, you know, you're in that mindset, and you do what you know, even though it's stupid or whatever, you just do it. Well, here's the one I like. This prayer. It's in the Bible, and when I used to go to all these hermits up there, they used to chant this. We all chanted it. It was great. It says they would have it's a little different ceremony. You know, we would all kind of gather together, and then they would say some prayers, and they would say, "May my prayer rise like incense before you, Lord, like an evening oblation," or something like that. I can't do it, but we chant that. It was not wonderful. And anyway, when I made a retreat up in up Northern California near Grass Valley, I can't think of the name of the place. Anyways, these two ex-nuns ran the place, and we were talking. They were two ex-Carmelite nuns, and she says they used to do that. She said she used to love that. She still, that's what when she left, that's the only thing that she missed with the group doing it. You are as free as you don't react. The degree of strength of your reacting is the degree or strength of your freedom. Be neutral. Seeking others' approval for whatever reason is reacting. It is a form of attachment. To assert oneself as cause, if it is not a reactive situation. Worry is wanting to know the unknown. Stop worrying. Let go of worry. Release it. Worry is a form of fear. It unsettles and unbalances one. One cannot relax with life as one is always worried about life. Worry cuts off the enjoyment of life situations. It slowly ebbs away your health. Also, worry is selfish, wanting things to come out your way instead of God's way. Oh, hatred, fear, joy, aggression, passivity, sin, ignorance, sex, anger, and most emotions are a form of reaction. So joy is too, but it really doesn't fit in there. It doesn't fit in there. Oh, when you drop the body, you can only take with you what you are. Here's what Howard Hughes said. Let go, stop worrying about it, just do it. That's cool, huh? Howard Hughes, again. Let go, stop worrying about it, just do it. Whenever you are being used, for whatever reason, you are being abused. You do it to yourself. You react to in a certain way and suffer the consequences. You do it to yourself when you have negative thoughts and react to them and thus create your new negative mood. So choose your thought and edit out the unwanted ones. Be a no-limit person. Teach yourself. Everything that makes me feel inadequate results from my perceptions of what's out there. I cannot always control what goes on outside, but I can always control what goes on inside. I don't know who said this, but some author, and I wrote it down. I don't know who it was. Start making good choices. You are the same total. You are the sum total of the choices you make. Anything inside that immobiles you gets in your way. Keeps me from your goals. I can do whatever that is. Take some risks, stop worrying. Start listening to those inner signals that help you make the right choices, no matter what anyone thinks. Be responsible and take charge and control of your life. You are in command. Nobody else is in command. If we flunk, we flunk. If we don't flunk, we don't flunk. Live this day as if it were your last. Live it as if you didn't have any more, because the past is all gone and the future is not guaranteed. Okay. I got rid of that stuff. Okay, good. You can toss Mod Durgas, you can keep it, or you can toss it out, whatever you want to do. Keep Mod Durgas if you want, you can toss mine out.
Even though I've been meditating for a number of years, and I'm pretty well on the path, I think. Anyway, in my house and all that, I have the signs, mantra, say, and I look at the sign and I forget to say it. As soon as I get in the truck, I see it there, so it reminds me to say my mantra. As soon as I back out of the garage, I just start saying my mantra. I'm getting into the meditation, into the mindfulness. And so when I come to a stop sign, now it's a blessing. I always try to maintain my equanimity, and I always had a difficult time doing it. But it helps me to keep my equanimity, and that's that's one of the major milestones. If you can keep your equanimity 24/7, which is impossible. But anyway, so I keep my equanimity, and I'm just and I don't care how long that sign's going to go, because I'm doing my meditation, and it can be there 15 minutes, and I don't care. So it's wonderful, and it makes you a safe driver. That's what I like driving. But anyway, when I got this mantra, it's like cream on the cake, topping on the cake. So it's nice. It really helped me a lot, because I whatever the stumbling block is, even though if it's a funky red light, it's still a stumbling block. And now it's not a stumbling block. So that in itself is a great thing. Again, we sit down, meditate, and we do it, and then we leave our meditation, and we're in another space. So this mantra just helps. Well, anyway, the purpose of meditation is to carry on. After you meditate, you carry on your meditation during the day. But but obstacles prevent us from doing that. So by saying your mantra, then you're keeping the flow going.
I love all these people. And in different ways, because you're all different people, so you're all unique. So then you relate to somebody in their own unique way. You know, what are you gonna do? Otherwise, there's no communication. You just talk to them to themselves. And thanks so much for being here. It's really wonderful. And my words of wisdom to you for everybody here is keep your meditation up. It's so important that we don't realize it. And I guess telling Chris that all the cultivation of all your meditation throughout your whole life, even if it's 5 minutes or 1 minute, Master said it all counts, man. And at the end, you'll be so happy with yourself that you did as much as you can under the circumstances without being too much distracted, you know. And it all comes together for you. It's all there. And the more you meditate, the more closer you are to God. The more you meditate, you're more in harmony with the Masters. You know, if you meditate a little bit here, you attract what you attract. But if you're real strong at it and really love Master and God, you know, that's how they become realized, because then you imbue the highest virtues and the highest virtues of the Master, because you're in tune with it. But if you don't get in tune with it, nothing's going to happen. So keep your meditation up. It's so important. I can't tell you in capital letters. And then when you come to this stage of my life, when you come to your evolution speeds up, and you become all the stuff you've read and all that. It all solidifies, it jellifies, and you just, you know, you become that which you have read and all that stuff. You become more of that, whatever that is. You become more of that, and Christ said the truth will make you free. And so what is reality is truth. The more truth you have, the more reality you have. So reality and truth is the same thing. So that's enough. That's that rocket fuel. All your meditation, all your sadhana is your rocket fuel, and that's all you got when you die, man. That's all you got. You don't have the money and all this stuff goes, and then as you get closer to the end, you become more and more and more and more detached. Total detachment is enlightenment. Totally detached, 100,000%. Because then you just let go, and then let go and let God, and then you become more in tune with God. You know. So, but I just want to tell you that keep your meditation up. It's so important. You just do it for yourself. That's the greatest gift you can give to yourself. And you're going to be distracted with all kinds of stuff, because the world is distracted. My Durga said that the world this is a sex planet. This planet is sexually and materially orientated. I mean, you go down the freeway or a street and you're not even hungry. You see all these billboards. Suddenly you're hungry, or suddenly you're you know, if you go to Vegas, you're going to be horny and want to gamble. You know, so it's like that. So so Bhagavad Gita is all about the distraction. Our battle is with our sense distraction. That's a little shot. But keep your meditation up, and God bless us all.
I still remember the day that we met. I still remember. How could I forget? And I still remember the look on your face on the night of our first embrace. You're still on my mind. You were such a rare find. You'll always be there. And you know just how much I care. You seldom leave my side. We had such a wonderful ride. The remembrance of you still haunts me through and through. Oh, why did you leave so suddenly? You broke my heart. You broke my heart. I thought we would never ever part. Death took you from me. cried and cried unbendingly. And I still remember, I still I still remember the look on your face. Oh, how I could never forget it. Oh, and also that first embrace. Oh, I'm living and it's so fine. It doesn't matter if everything doesn't rhyme. 'Cause I'm in the flow of whatever may go. The music spurs me on from each and new and every dawn. I still remember part of my life, even though much of it was full of strife. But it's okay, 'cause all the crap went away. And what remains is the essence of my prayer. And when Master, and I know that he was always there, but I didn't know which way to go. It was like a dream, some sort of Maya scheme, but it's all gone now, and I'm experiencing more of the now. Death may be coming soon, maybe even around some noon. It's fine to be alive, as long as the mind doesn't take a funky dive. You gotta keep the compass right on tact. Can't think of a rhyme for that. Anyway, that's how it goes.
Hey George, are you listening to me? Hey oh George, get that spirit high and let the love flow free. This is for you, you gotta dance, even when there's no romance. But George,
Vasudeva Krishna Hare Rama Hare Bol. 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 Vasudeva Krishna Hare Vasudeva Krishna Hare
Going fast.
Called Going Fast?
Going fast.
Going Fast, right.
Okay. Going fast at last. Going to get there soon, maybe even before noon. It's time to go because the body feels very low. Detachment comes with the scene as the body gets very lean. It's telling me it's wearing down and to put on death's gown. Getting ready for the trip to ride to heaven's ship. And the journey will be fine, its wholeness is all mine. Leaving body's grasp no longer holds me fast on this, the grandest day.
That's fantastic, Bill.
Really?
That's really fantastic.